Hello. We are now watching The Last of Us, episode 9. So this is the final episode of The Last of Us, and Joe has just reunited with Ellie again after that savage encounter with David, who is a sick bastard. So anyway, he died horribly. That's pretty not unfortunate. What a sicko. He's like everything. A fascist preacher who loves the virus and loves the fungus and
certain underage.
Yeah. Our reactions are going to be a little different for this one because we're still recovering from having COVID. If you see us in coughs and such, don't be surprised. So
Apologies in advance.
We're just really excited to see this episode. So despite having COVID, we're going to push ahead with watching this. Anyways, let's get right into it. Also, at the end of this episode, since this is the last episode, we'll probably discuss, we'll have like a spoiler chat on season 2. Spoiler and non-spoiler. I thought it was Ellie.
That's
that's Ashley Johnson.
Who sounds exactly like Ellie.
That's what's throwing me off.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, so this is the voice actress for Ellie. Wow, that looks...
But there's no intro.
Oh, there's gonna be an intro in a second. Probably. They've done that before, where the intro comes up later.
This is giving me that movie with Emily Blunt vibes.
Fuck. That sound design is so good. Oh, the fungus in the mouth.
Oh, shit.
At the right below the tree of life, kind of.
Yeah, you tell her. You fucking tell Nelly.
Oh. I wonder if they hinted at her immunity here because she cut the tube.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
It was like an infected knife. I was wondering if she didn't clean that knife. She just stabbed the infected with it. Then she sliced the tube there. But we'll never know. There's your theme. That was quite sad, actually. When she's looking at her baby.
Last one. How symbolic.
The last of tissue. That's why they had her sound like Ellie. Because, you know, because she is Ellie's mom.
Yeah. They actually do look alike.
They do. They did a great job.
Yeah.
They don't have to cast too hard for it. Oh. Oh, we're still on that episode? Yeah. That little sound design of the infected running up the stairs was terrifying.
You give her this. Her name is Ellie.
Oh, so now we know why she put her in that school. She knows her mom.
Here. Hold her head. Cover her ears.
Nice detail. Nice transition. From an ugly baby face to a Ellie baby face. Wait.
Have you ever played this? Boggle?
You're so enthused now,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
If you want to beat me at something, it would be this.
Yeah, she's
Well, all
a
right.
lot quieter now.
They're almost
Get
there.
close. In fact, I was thinking maybe I could teach you. I bet you'd be great at it. You want to learn how to play guitar, Ellie?
Oh, yeah.
Man, she really does look like Ashley Johnson. If you said that was her daughter, I would totally believe it.
Events in the last episode.
Yeah, are still weighing on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, notice that she doesn't joke or do a cheerful thing right now.
Yeah.
Just PTSD.
He's trying to cheer her up.
Yeah.
Actually, this time I was thinking we'd blast our way through that rubble. I found some dynamite in that RV back there.
Really?
No, so we're gonna cut through that building, find a skyscraper, go up and look around.
Haha.
Go ahead.
Straight out of the video game.
1, 2.
Or you have the players waiting for you.
Whoa. Gotta see this!
Ellie!
I'm sure he would if you
What did you see from there?
It's like watching Labyrinth again. With all the
Ellie.
maze.
Oh, yeah, this scene.
Wow.
What are you doing?
It's all right.
It's really good CG on it, actually.
Here, hurry up.
It's like Jurassic Park.
That's true. I like, he looks indifferent, the giraffe. Like,
Has she even seen one before in her life?
maybe in pictures. Definitely not in video, right? I doubt they had many videos. Just whatever the Fedra shows them.
Hmm.
And I doubt Fedra showed them giraffes that much.
So fucking cool. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Sometimes when you have a kid,
Yeah.
he's like, that's what he's thinking. You can just hear it in his head. Nice.
Wow.
So, is it everything you hoped for?
And when we're done, we'll go wherever you want. Tommy's, Sheep Ranch, the moon.
You slightly smile at the speech ranch. Sheep ranch.
I'll follow you
Speech
in.
ranch. The music in this show and game are always really good. Composers did a great job coming up with a simple theme.
Emergency medical camps. Obviously didn't last. They had me in one just like this.
With Sarah?
No, she was gone already.
Oh,
Wow, that's the first time he
Wow.
mentioned her without.
the guy who shot and missed. I figured that would have happened later.
Second day.
Well, they were way better at stitching you up than I was.
It was me. I was the guy who shot and missed.
Ooh.
Sarah died, and I couldn't see the point anymore. Simple as that.
Second day.
I couldn't have been more ready. It went out.
This is new, actually, I think.
So time heals all wounds, I guess.
It wasn't time that did it.
Aww.
Aww.
I'm glad that didn't work out.
Me too. Do you know what I'm in the mood for? Shitty puns.
Oh.
Her favorite.
People are making apocalypse jokes like there's no tomorrow. Too soon?
Stop.
Moon rocks taste better than Earth rocks. Why? Because they're meteor.
That's terrible. That's
That was bad. That one was.
It was.
All right. What did the green grape say to the purple grape? Breathe, you idiot.
Oh shit.
3 out of 10.
Oh.
Oh no.
5.
Every time something happy happens.
Okay, well, that was different than in the game.
I forgot how it went in the game.
In the game, they fell into the water and they got saved. I think. Okay, yeah, they got rescued by the fireflies.
But I owe you. We all owe you.
Just take me to her.
I can't. She's being prepped for surgery.
That was fast.
It produces a kind of chemical messenger. It makes normal cordyceps think that she's cordyceps. It's why she's immune. He's gonna remove it from her. He thinks it could be a cure, Joel.
Cordyceps grows inside the brain.
It does. We didn't tell her. We didn't cause her any fear. There won't be any pain.
No, you take me to her. You take me to her right now.
They didn't tell her, though?
That was, yeah.
That's a bit of a gray area.
That was fast.
Apprehensive about what's about to happen.
I said keep walking.
I don't have time for this.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, this is exactly out of the hospital.
Like in the game?
Yeah, in the game.
Wow.
Fucking hell. Wow, he is straight up destroying them. Jeez.
But I didn't hear all that?
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't hear it.
Unhook her.
How did you get in here?
I said unhook her.
I won't let you take her.
Unhook her. Turn around.
So he spared the nurses. The other doctors.
Wow, that was a wild sequence. Just him going to the hospital.
Because she lives in a broken world that you could have saved.
Maybe, but it isn't for you to decide.
Or you. So what would she decide, huh? We can still find a way.
What?
It's all right. You're with me. Take it slow. The doctors, they couldn't make any of it work. They've actually... They've...
Is Marlene okay?
I'm taking us home. I'm sorry.
Please, let me go.
You've just come after her.
Jeez. The way he's like aiming too. It's like a robot.
Yeah. God, what a sad show.
Yep.
Why did we decide to watch this? And we knew how it would end.
We knew how it would end, but it's still
And we still put ourselves through this.
I can't believe they went with the hospital massacre.
Oh, man.
Fucking, like, jeez.
We gotta walk the rest of the way. Probably about a 5-hour hike. But we can manage that. Remember?
Yeah.
5 hours is nothing compared to what they went through.
He avoided her question, though, about Marlene.
Yeah.
That girl. Definitely different kids.
How so?
Well, she was a lot more, I want to say girly, and I'm not saying that you're not girly.
I'm not.
I think you would have made her laugh. Anyway, I bet you would have liked her back.
Bet I would have.
There it is, Jackson.
That's
Wow.
Tommy's place?
Yep. They're
Wow,
going back.
they did a great job. Look how big that place is.
Hey, wait. Back in Kansas City, you asked me about the first time I killed someone.
And maybe that's not what
Swear
you
to
want.
me. Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
Wow, that was a beautiful ending. Jeez.
That was a very beautiful beginning with her and Joe. That felt like only 5 minutes.
Yeah, this episode was way too short.
That was so
sad.
fast.
Well, we're done. We're done with Last of Us, episode 9, season 1. We're now done with season 1. So,
I distinctly remember the ending being like that, so I think they did follow the ending
They did,
to the
yeah.
game as the game perfectly.
hell, the whole mass shooting. Like, there was more bad guys in that whole hospital than the rest of the show.
It's interesting that they chose to mute the entire thing and just use music instead.
Yeah.
Like they just, I guess they knew that the audience knew by then that Joe was a pretty good fighter,
Yeah.
shooter. They didn't.
It also
need to
made it
rehash
quite
that.
sad, actually. All these
It
people
was
dying.
sad.
Because Joe didn't want it to happen. The whole thing's kind of gray, too. Because Marlene says she didn't tell Ellie. Which I find kind of... Because Ellie was awake. And then she was still unconscious
Yeah.
for the surgery.
Like,
So...
aren't you, as a doctor, I'm not saying Marlene is a doctor, but as the doctor, aren't you supposed to let your patient know? Like, at least give Ellie the right
Yeah. I mean, I
to
can...
make that choice.
The
and
worst
say
part is I
goodbye.
can see everyone's point of view here, in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, man, but Joe going on a mass shooting spree. Like, just casually kill that surgeon.
Yeah.
Probably the last surgeon around. And,
Yeah.
man, they did that basically the same as the game, where Marlene's like, don't shoot me.
Yeah, I wonder how many times the voice actress had to act that out.
Yep. It's funny that it's her at the same
Yeah,
time.
exactly. That's why I said that.
Must have been
She
a
had to
fun
do it
role.
again like
I
7,
know, it's
8
just-
years later.
She probably kind of enjoyed that. Got to do it for real on live action.
And
that
she
was
got
flattering.
She got to meet like, not meet, just basically do a scene together with Ashley Johnson.
Oh yeah.
I'll bet they thought that was cool.
Considering she never did it with her
Yeah, exactly.
in the actual game.
I suppose they added the Ashley Johnson scene to make it more impactful for us.
And it did feel
Marlene.
impactful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when Marlene said, "I do understand Joe," like as the viewers, we'd be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you do because you were there," and we saw how upset she was.
In the game, there's like audio stuff, I think, that she knows Ellie's mom, but they brought it into the show to make it more center that Marlene really does have a personal stake in this too, not just Ellie. Like, she does really do care about Ellie. She's
Yeah.
also thinking about the human race. Like, she mentioned, like, how long before Ellie dies. All because even though we could have cured this, assuming they could have cured it, she says it was possible they could find a cure. Not necessarily guaranteed.
Yeah, what if it didn't work?
That's the whole beauty of this. It's kind of ambiguous, and that's why the ending for that game has been debated for a while, and now the show is probably just going to add to that debate.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal did a wonderful job.
Yeah, he
You
did.
can see him
In a
snap.
way, he told Ellie, like, well, not all time. She said all time heals wounds, and he said not time. And
Yeah.
that moment of silence, their look of
Ellie.
exchange, that was so moving.
Well, that means he implies that his wounds aren't fully healed. He just substituted it with a new
Yeah.
daughter rather than
In a
actually
way,
healing.
yeah.
So, in a way, he's still not fully healed.
But he seems to be more comfortable talking about Sarah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he was... The second that he brought Sarah several times without even blinking, that was
Yeah.
like... Well, he's fully accepted her.
Yeah, because when she first mentioned Sarah, after all, he said, "Don't
Mm-hmm.
you dare."
Well, Bella Ramsey did a good job, too. You could see her doubt a bit.
She knows him too well.
Yeah, at the beginning of it, you could tell she was still traumatized by the events from the last episode with freaking David. Then the end of this, you could see everything in her eyes, like the last scene. You know, all the doubt, like the acceptance, you know, everything, whatever. You could see it all in her eyes. And she's just like trying to wave, and it's just like, okay. Wonderful acting by her.
She's so mature too.
Yeah.
She said, "I know you're trying to protect me, and you have been protecting me."
Mm-hmm.
Like she acknowledged what he did for her. I don't think many 14-year-olds could do that.
Well, you have to grow
I'm
up
not
in
sure.
that kind of universe.
Yeah, she's very smart. This show has been really good, really solid.
The giraffe scene was perfect.
Which
That was
one?
straight the giraffe scene. That was straight out of the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
That was so perfect.
I completely forgot about that. I forgot many scenes from the game,
Yeah.
so watching this has been a joy.
The music was so good in this whole episode.
Regarding season 2.
All
or
right,
from the
spoilers for those who are. We're gonna discuss the game. So they straight up killed the surgeon right there, who was obviously Abby's father. I'm actually kind of glad they didn't show Abby. So it keeps season 1 in its own self-contained entity, right? But
Actually-
it also makes sense because season 2, Abby shows up. It's more shocking, right?
I thought it was interesting that the girl that Ellie spoke to back in her episode with Riley, remember there was a girl who confronted her at the beginning of the episode, and she told her that, "Oh, your best friend's not here, is she?" or something, and she got into a fight with her.
Yeah, she's
I
talking
thought
about
her
Riley. obviously.
hairstyle looked very similar to Abby's.
That'd be funny if that was Abby.
I wonder if it's.
They're bullying each
I
other
wouldn't
the whole
say
time.
like that's Abby. I'm just saying it's like what was the word? Easter egg.
Easter egg? Oh yeah, it could be Easter egg because obviously Abby wouldn't be in Fedra.
No, I'm just saying the
Zoe?
hairstyle is very
Yeah.
similar.
I don't know how they're gonna do a season 2, because the big thing that happens very early on in game 2, I don't know how they would do the whole show around it. They might have to make 2 seasons out of game 2. One POV
I think I'll just skip season 2 entirely.
being Ellie,
I don't think I can
and
watch
season
Jill
3 being Abby.
go out like that.
It was a really brutal death, and now he gets to get killed. Pedro Pascal gets to get killed again. Just like Game of Thrones, have a horrific death to his
Yeah,
head.
one of his characters.
Yep.
I don't
Man,
know if I
though,
can
the
go through
budget.
that.
I don't know what kind of budget they have to give it. There's gonna be a lot of pissed off people though. But hey, I'm here for good TV. I think I'd watch it, but it'll be quite sad.
I need to think about whether I'll watch it or not.
It would be quite sad, but I'm always down to watch good TV. If the show is good, I'll watch it. Like just like everything else. Last of Us season 1 turned out to be quite special, really good.
That was.
So I'm confident in them handling season 2 and season 3. If they make a season, like I've heard that they'll divide game 2 into 2 seasons. Jeez, though, there's a lot of set pieces in that. Hell, there's that fucking giant ass, the Rat King. I don't know how you make that thing. It's all gonna be CGI? It's gonna be a giant puppet? Like, jeez. Fuck, that thing was terrifying to encounter. Oh, man. Anyways, I'm very curious to see who they cast for Abby for season 2. Whoever picks her role is gonna have a fun time in social media. All the haters will be out of the woodlock.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, Bella Ramsey already got hate. I can't imagine.
Oh yeah, that was just her playing Ellie. Who
Yeah.
Everybody likes Ellie in a way. I can't imagine like a less. Oh yeah, and Dina. We already saw kind of a hint at Dina. Not necessarily someone will play Dina. The same actress will play Dina. We saw a hint of which that might be her in episode 6 in the cafeteria. I don't know if they'll pick the actress again, but yeah. And for this episode, I kept watching for a scene for like he kept walking by rooms, and there was one room that focused on a wheelchair. I thought that was interesting. Maybe we'll find out Abby was hiding there or something. I don't know. Man, just instantly shot the surgeon. And the nurse is there. I was wondering if one of them would be important later.
Joe was terrifying.
Joe was freaking terrifying. He did a wonderful job in that. Pedro Pascal was wonderful.
Yeah.
Everyone loves your daddy. I mean, what?
Well, overall, I would rate this season very highly.
For sure.
Wonderful performances by everybody.
I think this episode was really, really good, too. Fuck, I don't know. I think the weakest episode would probably be episode 4, when there's not much happening, besides them traveling across the country.
What happened in episode 4?
This is like when they met Sam and Henry, like at the end of that episode.
You thought that was the weakest?
In a way, yeah, it was the weakest.
Wow. I actually loved every episode. It's like apples and oranges.
But they're all really good. It's just that was the weakest when you compare it with like the next episode with the bloater, or the previous episode where it had Bill and Frank. Like right in the middle, obviously it would look a little weaker. So yeah, but yeah, episodes 6, 7, 8, 9 were all straight fire, like really good. I like how they introduce characters then kill them off very quickly too. In a way, I do kind of appreciate that because other shows, Walking Dead, would build up a whole season around certain characters and then keep them around. But this one kind of just sets the story, that like it tells the story and then moves on. It doesn't like drag it out because it's based on a game. So yeah. So do you think there should be more infected? Because that's a complaint I heard about the last 2 episodes.
I wouldn't mind seeing more, but I do love the scenes between Joe and Ellie. And if there weren't any, it's okay too. Because the show is called The Last of Us, not the mushroom infected people.
Yeah. And, you know, as we mentioned several times before, having a focus on infected would kind of detract from the point of the show, which is like a cliche of every zombie or infected show where humans are the dangerous monsters, not the infected. I mean, hell, look at David. Fucking the clickers were nicer people than David.
I really loved the episodes where they showed stories like that with Sam and Henry. I know in the games, sometimes we could hear the infected say things, or they would react very...
It really shows that they're just
like,
puppets, they're controlled by the fungus.
It would have been great if we could get glimpses of that.
Yeah, if people are still aware.
Yeah.
I think though it's better not to answer that. Kind of make it more terrifying, horrific in a way. You don't know. That's the key question. You'll never know.
Sam did ask that, but we didn't get enough of that to see. Yeah, it was a really great show. Not sure if I'll watch again, but maybe I will sometime in the future.
I'll definitely rewatch some scenes from the show, for sure.
Yeah.
I think I watched the bloater scene over and over and over.
I stayed away from all that.
I guess we have covered it.
Yeah.
And our full reaction will be on Patreon. And thanks for coming out to our
video.
Thanks for watching our reaction to episode 9. And I don't know what show we're gonna watch next. It's gonna be a little complicated because we've got a lot going on in Flex, and we're kind of sick too, so we have low energy right now. Yeah. Thanks for coming out and watching our reaction to the last episode of The Last of Us. Thanks for coming out, and peace out, and
have a great day.